What's up? You're silly. That was not what I expected. At all. I don't even know if this is working. I can't see anything. I don't know if it's working. Can you hear me? I think I could probably like turn the stream on my computer. Does it show it? Okay. Okay. I have a lot to update. I have a lot to do that I have not been doing. And yeah, I figured it, I probably should, like at some point, right? So that's a thing. That's a thing that I decided to maybe do sometime. You're so tugboat and old. All right. Okay. Let's see. Weird. Fleeting though. It's fleeting though. Anyway. So I don't remember what the last kind of thing that I did a video about that was like sitting down and talking. So, I think the last time I sat down and did a chat was when we were doing like WoW stuff, and we were doing like whatchamacallit. We were doing the arena stuff and stuff, you know, and it was ladder. It was season 3 of Dragonflight, which was the last expansion, and then there was a 4th season that I kind of just sat out on. So it was a little too overwhelming to do, and I was kind of getting really burned out on it. So I decided to mostly just sit out on that. I was really kind of burned out by Dragonflight and the state of the game, and then moving forward it kind of just wasn't, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it, and the rewards didn't feel like it was stuff I wanted to get, and that's really just what I go for when I go for the, if it's worth the effort for the rewards, then I'll do it, but I will not, if it's not worth it, just don't bother, I guess. This just puts a chat right in OBS too, huh? Isn't it? I don't really need the browser window up, do I? It's so weird. I don't know how any of this works. I feel so tech illiterate about this, and I technically really should not be tech illiterate, so it feels even worse. It feels even worse to have had a Twitch thing for so long, but not even have affiliate, because I'm just not consistent at all, but to do so much with it, but feel weird about doing that, if that makes sense. So just making a list of things in my head that I needed to do if I actually did want to go forward and do this and make this some more thing, is number one would be consistent, a lot more consistent. But I kind of feel like a lot happened when we moved, that just a lot happened after we moved, and there was a lot of adjustments. So there was a whole lot of adjusting to being in a new place, and doing a whole lot of new things. Having to do a whole lot. It was just, I don't know. It's whatever. What the fuck ever. It's just it's a totally new life here. And having to adjust to a lot of things, but having to adjust while doing everything that you have to do. It's a daily, day in, day out survival mode as well. So that's been the biggest adjustment. And so I have not done things that I wanted to get done and accomplish in our move. Because so when we moved, I got this behind me, you can see this lovely, I have not one, but 2 rooms that are for me to work in. And oh my god, the camera's so bad. It's a really crappy old webcam. But whatever. And yes, that is my rainbow Christmas tree. And since I can say, Alexa, she's listening to me right now. Alexa, turn off the studio plug. She'll turn it off.
Okay.
She's so loud. Alexa, turn on my studio plug. So then I can
Looks
have
like you're trying to use something from another household account.
It is not
Should
from
I
another
control
household
the
account.
studio plug for you?
Yes.
Okay.
She won't tell me. She won't play my Spotify for me, but she will. Something got messed up in the translation of the things with the stuff, and God, chat is so empty. It makes me feel so self-conscious, like I'm sitting here talking to myself. So anyway, yeah. So I have the studio now, and I really need to hold myself accountable to kind of do that stuff that I wanted to do. So now that I have the space to do it, and I have I have 2 rooms now, and it feels so weird. It doesn't feel real. I know that kind of sounds weird. It doesn't actually feel like it's still real life. So when we moved, we were in a much smaller house, and there was 6 of us. And we were literally just like on top of each other. It's like the 2 older kids shared a room, the 2 younger kids shared a room, and I had no space. Like literally, my entire studio was in boxes. And so anytime I wanted to work or get anything out, I had to actually just like take everything out and work on and use the dining room table to do anything. And actually our dining room table is here right now. I don't know if you can see it. It's covered. There's another table over there. That's how big this room is. It's all mine. It's so weird. Okay, so these 2 tables right there were our dining room table, and I'm still going to get the mural done in that. But when we moved, so basically anytime I wanted to do anything, I had to take everything out, take it out to use the dining room table as my space, cut fabric, draw out patterns, do anything. Well, that's not something that you care to see. Although the shirt is cool, I'll show the shirt off because it's Steven Universe, and I love Steven Universe. Anyway, so yeah. So anytime that I wanted to work, I had to take everything out and basically use the dining room table. But then COVID happened, and then work from home was a forever thing. So I lost my dining room proper. I lost my dining room proper because that was then office space. So I had to work on that. So when we moved, it was kind of important. You're so silly in my chat. Moggs. It's been so long. You make me want to play Ark so badly. Maybe one day you'll come play on one of my servers. Maybe one day, sir. So anyway, I finally had space, and that was a priority for when we moved. So not only did everybody got their own space when we moved. And, Andy got his own office, which is actually a bar in this house. It was a converted, bar. It has an old-fashioned bar and everything, obviously. I'm not a good teacher to learn how to build bases, you silly boy. I can't. So the problem with streaming gaming is that we still share a gaming office with the kids. And so if I'm down there with them, it's so loud. And they give 0 fucks about interrupting. because we're just in this shared space, so we kind of work around each other. And so if they need something, they have zero like, oh, well, mom's right here. Let's just go ask her for everything they're ever wanting in. So, I mean, that's fine, because that's okay. But it's really difficult for me to concentrate on what I'm doing. It's hard enough as you can see right now. I would never have a problem with focusing on the task at hand and sticking on topic. I would never have that problem. That is not me. So anyway, when we moved, the biggest, weirdest part is we each have our own spaces. It's so weird. Obviously, I'm still sharing a bedroom with Andy. And Rowan has her own room, and Merrick has his own room, and the older boys both moved out. One moved out far away, and one stayed in college. And there would be a room for them if they were to move back in, if I wanted to give up my studios. But I have 2 rooms that are adjoining rooms now, and so I have plenty of space to store everything I need and plenty of space to work. And the house there's a basement that is like semi-finished, I guess. It's like a dirty workshop if I wanted to do dirty stuff, like put up clay or have a woodworking stuff, or get into stained glass or any of that other stuff that I was, wanting to go into. So that's a possibility. But anyway, no, I don't want to go down there. It's kind of creepy sometimes. It's okay though. I take like a trip down there every couple of months just to remind myself that it's not quite as creepy as I think it is. But we have an attic. Before we moved in, the previous owners took the attic and they completely refurnished it, renovated it, remade it, and it has a complete and total 100% apartment up there. So it's a fully functioning apartment. It has a washer and dryer hookup. This one is so not creepy. This attic is so not creepy. It's actually super cool. Hey, it's Scotty too. So the attic it's nice and bright, and they redid it so well, except this vintage paneling that they put up. I don't think it was vintage at the time. I think it was pretty standard at the time, I suppose. But it was one way to finish the walls, and that's fine. So there's a full bathroom. There's an old-fashioned clawfoot tub in the bathroom. There's an actual shower. There's a full kitchen. So it's set. Like I joked that I was gonna turn it into my fully functional studio, and no one would ever be able to come here anymore because I was gonna take it all over. And I've contemplated setting up my photography equipment up there and setting up a spot. I will, I think, in the coming months. This is another one of those things on the list. There's no coffin in the attic. There's no coffin. No coffin. No coffin. But it would be cooler if there was a coffin. Without bodies. Coffin. Stop. Coffins in Fallout. I'll decorate with those. I do. All the time. So, the attic is up there. So, one of the kids is moving back. And, talking about it. It was a thought anyway. So that was one of the reasons why when we were shopping, I was kind of like, when we were home shopping, I was kind of done with these are adult kids and they need my care all the time. So I was kind of like, nah, we'll just have a spot. You say I'm confirmed vampire. Mox, you're so silly. Perhaps I may have convinced my sister I was a vampire when I was a teenager. Perhaps. It's not my fault if she believed it, and I'll just leave that there. I'll just leave that there. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's okay. Don't worry about that. It's okay. So anyway, no. So I do need to get back into doing this, and I do need to do this on a more regular basis. So, but it just confirming suspicions. I'll confirm your suspicions. No, So I need to get back into this. It felt so surreal because I've spent like all of my adult life basically being a caregiver to other people, and I still am, and that's a role that's important, obviously, because there's kids that they can't. Obviously, the kids that can't take care of themselves, they're kids. So I'm still we're still homeschooling, and at the end of the day, like after like a couple of hours of like grammar lessons and biology and history and vocally reading these things and going over these things together, I'm just so tired that I just don't wanna. So you couple that with the fact that it's surreal. Like, this doesn't feel real. This doesn't feel like this should be my house, even though when we came to visit and tour the house before we decided to move in here, before we decided to put an offer or anything, took a big risk. Like, we were in Florida, and it's like, I see this house and I just fell in love with this house. And let's just plan a vacation and go all the way to Delaware, and let's just go and let's just go see what's gonna happen. And power washing simulator, yeah, I could do power washing simulator on here. I'd have to see what my laptop can handle. It might be able to run it. I can run Fallout on a laptop, but I don't think anybody wants to watch me playing Power Wash Simulator. But I could probably play one of those in chat a lot easier, I guess. Probably. Because that would be really the only reason to do it, to stream, is to chat. I had hoped that I would hold myself way more accountable and get into working and maybe show process in case people are interested. I just remember once I was in Miami and I was visiting some art galleries down there, and they would rent out studio and gallery space, and I just remember just walking down the street and seeing it set up there and seeing like artists at work, you know what I mean? And I was fascinated by that. But obviously they can't afford, in a lot of cases, they can't even afford to rent studio space or gallery space, period. But being able to have studio / gallery space is really cool conceptually, because then you can use it double duty. But I think it's really cool for the fact that if anyone is curious, they can see the actual process and stuff. And I think a lot of artists, you miss that. And sometimes the process of it is as much artistic as the product of it is. At least for me, the process is super, it's cathartic for one, but just playing and just really just digging in and playing with that. But I think it would be really, really good because it's not like a tutorial type of thing. You're not sitting down and saying like, oh yeah, well, here's a tutorial on how we are going to sketch out a charcoal design of whatever. You know what I'm saying. And I think sometimes when you get into tutorials, sometimes it can come across as, well, this is the way to do it. Which is why I was kind of oppositional to art in school, because not every learning process works for everybody, and not every technique works for everybody. There's certain things that you obviously will learn and you want to learn, but then some things you want to just do it on your own. And art has such a broad definition of what it can be and should be and could be, that I think kind of saying, well, this is a tutorial, that you have to follow the way I'm talking about it. But sometimes people might just be curious to see the process of how things work. And then, like, it may actually give them the confidence to realize that, like, nobody fucking knows what they're doing, and you just fucking do it, and it's okay. And so seeing someone get results in something and realizing that, oh, fuck, I could do that, and that's so cool, and that looks like fun. Maybe they just do it. So I kind of had hoped that maybe I would hold myself accountable to actually work, but actually work on camera. And maybe some of that, sometimes just sitting down and doing chatting, and then sometimes not chatting, but working. Because, yeah, you know what I mean? So, yeah. No, it is not the way to do it, but a way to do it. That's right. I don't think there's any one way to do anything. Except, I will think, maybe there's an absolute there. There's an absolute. I think the best way to do something is to do it in a way that doesn't hurt others. Maybe that's my absolute. That's the one I try to live by anyway. So we'll see. I try. I don't think I'm always good at that, but like there's always the next time to try. So that's, so getting back into that has been hard because it's been kind of surreal. And so when we first moved in, it was harm none is an absolute. That is my absolute. It's tricky. It is my absolute over anything else. If I have to think in absolutes, is to harm none, 100%, always. That is my basis for decision making in a lot of things. If I take the time to actually think about things, and I don't act rashly or spontaneously, which is a problem. So anyway, it's really surreal because when we first moved in here, we found the bat in the attic on Christmas Day, and then we all ended up in the ER. And then we had to do a whole lot of follow-ups and series of rabies vaccinations for that. And then there was a whole lot of that came along with that. Yes, rash and spontaneous. I would never be that way. So no, that was a whole lot to comprehend and get over. And literally, the last rabies vaccination, we're so happy. I wanted to celebrate. And less than a week after, I fell down the stairs. And I landed in such a way where I broke part of one foot. And then in order to catch myself, I rolled my other ankle and my knee. And I'm already like so not graceful, and I already have so many issues with mobility as it is that then I was kind of like, well, I can't walk now. Literally, I was not allowed, and because I had already broken part of that foot a couple of years ago prior, actually lining up exactly in February both times, which is fucking really weird, but whatever. Knowing I had to take it easy on that foot again. I kind of didn't fuck around this time. I was really worried about it. Like the first time I was like, oh, no big deal. It's just a toe broken. It's not going to do anything. And it totally fucked me up. You would think like that tiny little fucking toe right there wouldn't do a goddamn thing. But here we are. Hello. It fucked it all. So this time when I broke, and it wasn't the baby toe this time, it was my big toe. They had to try and push it back into place, and it did not line up straight. And the doctor's in the ER, and she's like, I'm gonna shift this, and I can't guarantee it's gonna set straight. And I said, I'm not straight anyway, so it's fine. And she just like looked at me like, are you making a joke right now? And I'm like, yeah, I am, but I'm not. So okay, so it didn't grow back straight. The break is completely crooked. It's okay. It's all right to be a little crooked. And it's healed, but it's not 100% healed still, and it's been, almost 2 years now. So it's okay. But anyway, that set me back. So much can just set you back, and I just have to remind myself to not straight as a fork. Hey, is it a joke? I'm going to take it literally, and I'm not going to understand the joke, but I'm going to think I kind of understand the joke. I'm not going to explain it, though. I'm getting a suspicious spam call right now on my phone next to me with the area code from Florida. It's definitely spam. So anyway, no. Yeah. So that was a setback. I just have to continue to... It wasn't you. I know you don't have that area code. So I have to try and remind myself that I'm gonna... There might be, like, blocks and the physical stuff can get you down, but I need to, like, not mentally get fucked. Because I have enough of that shit going on already. So constantly move forward, right? Oh, they left a voicemail too. This is sauce, y'all. Oh, I don't want to listen to it. I wanted them to transcribe it for me so I can see how badly the AI botches this. No, there's no voicemail. I'll listen to it later. That's no big deal. Don't worry about it. That's an old area code, and so I know it's sus as fuck. It's not something for reals. So anyway, yeah. So I need to get past the mental shit of, oh my God, it's so surreal. We actually live here. Because we do now. And now we're going into our, I mean, this is going to be the third winter. We moved here. December 16th was the day we moved in. So it's going to be officially starting the third year of living here, but 2 years almost fully. And this is such a weird thing because for the first time in our lives, we have seasons. I guess it's not new to Andy because he grew up in Tennessee. So he grew up with seasons. But it's so totally new for me and the kids. And they love it. And I love it too. But I don't like the cold. And since house is over 100 years old, it gets really drafty. So it's hoodie weather and it's fluffy sock weather, which is like the best weather with really comfy slippers. And I got a blanket for me down in the office because down in the office on the bottom floor is like drafty as fuck. Hey, I see you, Eric. What are seasons? Oh, that's right. You're still in Texas, aren't you? Seasons are so beautiful. I look out in the backyard and it's so pretty. I walk out there and it's red and it's orange and it's yellow and it's so beautiful. I need to actually change my background picture here. Hot and baking. I lived in Florida, boy. I lived in Florida for 45 years. I know. There was no seasons there. I don't like the cold. And I don't like how hard the winter, how hard it struggled to get to spring here for me. I like spring. It's okay. I like fall. It's okay. I don't like winter. But when winter comes, the really incredible thing is that you appreciate all of that other stuff so much more. You know what I mean? Like all of it just goes gone. There's nothing except for we have a couple of evergreens out in the back. We have holly. And I hate holly, but at least holly's there because then we have some green in the winter. And it's fantastic. It's breathtaking. It's so beautiful. I actually haven't gotten my last season's photos. When spring came, I took a bunch of new cherry blossom stuff, and I took a bunch of winter shots too. And let me tell you, the difference between 2 inches of snow and 7 inches of snow was incredible. These are just some new things, so I don't care. I'm innocent, and I don't care. I am constantly in awe of nature and all of the amazing little basic, little simple things that people can take for granted. And you shouldn't take it for granted, I think. But anyway, no, I like it. I like the contrast of then you go into the winter and then you get the spring. And spring is so wonderful too. It's so great because so many things just bloom. And then so many different things bloom in summer. And then, God, I could never live in Florida again. I miss the Gulf beaches so much though. So that's okay. This is fine. It's okay. Yeah, I didn't get distracted and go on a tangent about nature at all. I would love to share more pictures of, I've been trying to document it, but then social media also got by the wayside. So I try to document on Instagram a little bit, but every once in a while I'll have my lapses. Worse lapses in here, because I just get so weird. I'm like, who cares what I have to say on Twitch? I don't have anything to say, but maybe I can see what I have that my laptop could handle up here, and then maybe play. I don't think you care about watching me play Power Wash Simulator. It's how I stim. It's how I just kind of process and just let it all out, you know. So maybe it would be better to just work on the process of doing other things, making things. As you can see on my dining room table, I got a whole mural there to paint. It's been sketched out for years on there, and I was going to do the whole night and day thing. Like the Ella Fitzgerald song, The Night and Day. There's this one is the sun and one is the moon, and I was going to do those, and then there were going to be rainbow chairs, but I don't need chairs for this room because this isn't the dining room anymore. We have the downstairs, the dining room table was one that the sellers left behind. And I'm so grateful to them, meeting them. It was hard thinking about packing up our entire life and moving across the country and knowing my grandmother wasn't there to see it, and knowing how proud she always was anytime like I made changes to the house. She lived a couple hours away, and anytime I made changes to the house, she would say, I'm coming up for the holidays because I want to see your house. And I'm like, well, I mean, I can just show you pictures. It's okay. Don't trouble yourself. You don't need to drive. It's a really long drive. And she would say, no, I want to see it, and I want to be able to walk around and experience it. And she was very set on that. And so moving across the country and knowing she wouldn't be there anymore to see it, and she would just love it. So that was kind of hard. So when we met the sellers of this house, they were so kind, and she was kind of grandmotherly towards me and the couple. And they left some of their stuff here. They left some of their antiques and stuff, and we paid for them. It wasn't free. So we paid for them, but they were very kind about a lot of things. And so it was nice because like we didn't have furniture here because and the house is so much bigger than what we had. We didn't have furniture to fill it. So it was so empty. It was nice that some of that stuff stayed. So the dining room table stayed, and the dining room chairs stayed, and there's a little couch out there, like a old stylized couch out there, and some bigger pieces, some antiques. There's a big mirror and a big whatchamacallit? It's a buffet. Is that what it's called? The buffet piece of furniture in the dining room. I think it's called a buffet. Yeah. Oh gosh. But so yeah, I lost that train of thought. The train just ran off the tracks, guys. That never happened. So anyway, yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah, I gotta get back into that. So what have you been up to, Moggs? Have you been playing the new Ark? And Scotty, too. Have you been playing the new Ark? And I see the other Scotty, another Scotty is in here, too. I know two Scotties. That's actually kind of cool, I think. I don't know. I think it's cool. What is everybody playing? Scotty, you don't really care about me playing simulator or anything, right? What am I being? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Scotty, I thought about it. Okay, so about the last Ark map that we were running on the server, I thought about playing it. I thought about, since they upgraded the new map. You're so current and up to date with the cool kids. Don't worry about it. I'm not a cool kid. I'm not up to date and current either. I just play whatever I feel like playing and have fun at. So I have no idea what the cool kids are doing. I hope that they have fun. So that's fine. That looks like we lost Mog. Moggs, I don't know where he went. But that's okay. But yeah, the map that we were playing on the old Ark server, the Svartalheim, has been updated. Like 100% complete updated. And it's got, it starts downloading new Ark again. Yeah. I cannot guarantee you that I'm going to actually put the server back on. Like, not right now. Maybe at some point. Because I really do miss it. I miss all my Thyla, and I miss it a lot. But I just don't know what time I have to do it right now. And especially not stream it. There's no way it'll run on this laptop. It barely runs on my computer, and that's new. But yeah, no, the map maker, he finished it. And he updated all of his mods, and then there's some new mods, and then they have so many like these custom skins that you can do, so you can actually like decorate. And that's actually one of the reasons why I stopped playing Ark, was because I finished my base, and then I'm like, okay, I finished my base and I've got the dinosaurs, and I can't decorate the base because there's no mods with furniture and decor. So it kind of felt like it was boring. It was like this, I rebuilt that abandoned castle. Oh, well, the ruins. There's a tiny bit of it was ruins, but I built on it and then expanded. And I was waiting for, obviously I was waiting for him to finish the map because I paid for the map to play it. And he did. And so because Scorched Earth came out and then Aberration came out, so now he's been able to completely finish it. I'm super hyped though, because when the Aberration map came out, that meant the DLC content for Aberration came out, which means there's steampunk stuff, and I'm kind of hyped for that. But I don't know what to do about that, because I like Svartalheim and I wanted to finish Svartalheim, but then I heard like he removed the bosses in the tech cave, so you can't even do that. So I don't know how I feel about that. So I did go to download new Ark stuff and look at new Ark stuff and get it updated and stuff. But then it kind of felt like a lot of the mods are going paid, and I don't want to host paid mods on my server, period, because I think that that's such a limiting factor, and I don't want anybody to feel like they can't play the game. And that's one of the things that I really liked. That's one of the things that I really super liked about Conan, is that I could run mods that were completely free, that allowed everyone to play the game to the extent that they wanted to play the game without having to pay for all the DLC. Because I kind of feel like a lot of the, like, as much as I really do like mods, as you know, on the servers I run for Conan and Ark, I like the mods. I like to use quality of life stuff. I like to make it easily accessible for a lot of people to play. I also think that there should be a fair amount of stuff that doesn't keep people out from playing either. So, but you said you were doing another Cyberpunk. I haven't done another Cyberpunk playthrough since that DLC came out. I got really sucked into that season 3 of Dragonflight in WoW arenas. It really sucked into that, and we were doing a lot of tournament play and competitive play. Yeah, Phantom Liberty. Yeah. I really feel like I would like it a lot. But I feel like if I play it again, I'm going to have to start all the way over again. Which is fine, I guess. But I kind of... It's a lot of time. Because I put a lot of time into that game. The first playthrough. So, and I kind of don't... I kind of feel like if I'm playing this game, I'm going to go all in. And right now, the Dragon Age Veilguard just came out. And I've been waiting 10 years for that. Yeah, my memory would be for fuck all, basically. I remember, like, highlights, like River, and we're not going to talk about River. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Because he'll just be there still. I'm conflicted. I'm not that conflicted, actually. I'm not that conflicted. I'm not even going to be able to do anything differently at all, basically. But it'll be a whole new experience because it's been a little while for me, so I'm not going to remember. That's okay. That's fine. But right now, it's hardcore focus on Veilguard because I've been waiting fucking 10 years for the next one, and I'm so fucking in love with this game. I'm trying to play it and take my time with every tiny bit of it, every aspect of it, because once it's done for the first time, it's done. It's gone. It's never coming back. It just doesn't. You know what I mean? You only get that first experience one time. So I'm going to enjoy that first experience for everything and milk it, because usually I don't like do a second playthrough on games just because I don't RP well, Like what you see is what you get. Like I don't like to try I don't know. It's kind of weird to me to try and like pretend to be something that I'm not. Even if it's just a game, I know it's just a game. I understand there is a fantasy world and there's a real world. I get it. But I tend to just like be myself in those games. With the exception of I'm not myself when I'm going around, I'm like smashing crates and getting all the loot all around right in front of the people that are it's like, oh, I'm so sorry for your house, I'm just smashing it, oh no. I'm not obviously like that in real life, but because I know that it's not real world. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. I'm gonna play it, so I'm gonna play it how I would play it. So I don't usually do playthroughs. I don't usually do multiple playthroughs, which is, I mean, that's fine. Everybody should do their own thing. You should do what's happy. If you wanna, play it differently, that's cool. I might play. I'd like to think I might try different spec stuff out in Cyberpunk. I played with the Mantis Blades on the first playthrough. But then when I got the Gorilla Fist, I loved that so much too. But I didn't get it until super late in the game. And then I also was playing around with that. I started to play around with the hacking, and that's what I was gonna really do. I was gonna see, the monowire with the quick hacks was exactly what I was gonna do when I saw the trailers for the game. But then I'm like, I really like punching things. So I kind of just went with that. But it was more than just punching things with the Mantis Blades. It was so satisfying because I love playing with daggers for different games and stuff. So in Conan, like I'll play with, in Conan Exiles, I'll play with daggers. And I enjoy that a lot. I always enjoy playing with daggers. If I can't play with magic or something like that, I like with the dual wielding blades. I really like that a lot, and I like the experience of that. And it can be very fun in some games. But in Cyberpunk with the Mantis Blades, it was so enjoyable. It was just so satisfying. So that's what I stuck with. The quick axe is cool. I was gonna go with a stealth quick axe sort of build. But then I just ended up like really liking the Mantis Blades and how you could heal while sprinting, and you could just sprint in and you could just slice everything up, and that was so fun. And I don't apologize for that at all. But everything has changed though. Like I think a lot of the talents changed, and a lot of the stuff and how it works together might have changed. So it's going to be different. So I'll have to look at it when I go sit down and do it. Probably I'll just play with Mantis Blades again because I really like that, and I tend to stick with what I like. But you can play in the new Veilguard. You can play as a dagger and orb mage. You can swap between a staff, and I can have a dagger. And it's not just like only a conjured dagger, because some of the abilities allow you to have a conjured dagger, but I can play with an actual dagger and an orb that I sling an orb with a dagger. And I have a blink, and it is so satisfying. It is so fun. It is the most fun combat in any Dragon Age game. They gave back in Dragon Age Origins, they had an Arcane Warrior build where you could play in plate with sword and shit, and maybe it was a shield. I don't remember, but it's been a while. It's like 15 years ago. I don't really remember, but I know they had the Arcane Warrior build, and then in 2 they didn't really have that. It was kind of boring, and most things are pretty mage boring most of the time. You're sitting out back line casting, and you don't really get into the middle of the action, so it feels really boring and kind of like, yeah, play in the back line, that's fun. Watch everything as it happens. So it gets kind of boring. So I really enjoy how, like in Inquisition, they made a lot of the mage stuff a lot more flourishy and a lot more actiony. And then they really, really did it well, I think, in Veilguard. Because you literally, you have a dagger and you have an orb and you sling it, and you can swap between that and the staff. And I really love it. I can't. I'm sad because when it's over, it's over. And I have a feeling there might not be another one. It was 10 years from the last one, and I have a feeling that there might not be another one. But I know there's always going to be another game, maybe that will be just as exciting, and I can find it. Like, I was really enjoying Enshrouded as well. And maybe that's something I could stream. Building an Enshrouded. I don't know, though. I'm kind of mixed on that. There's a lot of things that I need to do, and I was kind of at like a stopping point. And because we were playing with the kids, and it's a family playthrough, kind of there's major things we have to do together. That and if people do them solo, it kind of can progress the world in a different sort of way. So kind of like there was stuff I could do solo, but like go like right now the mage, how mage is, I went full like healing and not like damage, and I'm still low enough level where I don't have enough points to really play around and do actual damage. So I just get murdered, and that's not very fun. I can't really play solo by myself very well. So that would mean basically like, oh, I'm sitting here at base and I'm just building stuff. And I don't know. I kind of like to build and let that, build a little bit, let it set, and then run out and just murder a couple of things to just, cleanse the palate, as it were, and then go back in and build for a little bit. And then just swap back and forth so it's not the same thing. It's not monotonous. So I don't know if that's something I would want to stream or not. It feels kind of like I don't think people want to watch me build. I don't know. But it's hard because I don't... My chair's creaky. I can hear it. It's so weird. I don't have a camera downstairs, which is fine. I don't need to be on camera to stream. But being on mic is kind of hard because the kids are down there and they're really loud. So... it's difficult to just do things together like that. To do things in the same room. That's not necessarily together. And I don't want them... The streaming isn't their thing. And it shouldn't be. And I'm very consciously aware of not putting them in a spotlight because they are kids. They're minors. And I'm not trying to make money off of anything that has anything to do with them in it. This is my thing. So if I'm going to do it, it's just going to be me. And I don't want to mix those things up. I don't want it to seem like I'm trying to exploit my children in any way, shape, or form. They deserve to have a childhood that is not in a spotlight, and they're the priority. So it's kind of a weird thing for me. They're kind of loud and they do their own thing, so I have my freedom to do these kind of things. But so yeah. That was it. If you do see some, you should check out the custom skins in the new Ark if you're going to be downloading stuff. There's custom content, and you don't even have to add it as a mod to the server at all. It's so cool. You can just do it client side, and then I think it shows up for everyone if they put that change through. I think the change went through a long time ago, but I'm not sure. I think... yeah, like different skins for like clothes skins and like skins that you can apply to the walls and stuff. So you can get different looks, and there's like a modern skins and stuff like that. I don't know. There's a whole paid mod now, like medieval guilds, something like that, where you can get like goblins and they can like be your little worker thingies or something. I don't know. I don't know. I kind of dropped off on... a lot of that stuff. I can only follow so much on Discord at one time, and I just have a plethora of Conan Exiles Discords and a plethora of the Ark Discords, and I wanted to do Ark again. I mean, another Conan server again, because they made so many changes, and they look like really good quality of life changes, and I love building in that game, but then it's like, oh, let's play on the same map we've been playing since beta. That would be fun and a rewarding experience to do it again. But I thought, well, I could always do Savage Wilds again, which is a free map. It's a great map. But then the problem with that is none of the new updated content, I think, works very well with Savage Wilds. But then, because Funcom was putting out patches and updates and not actually giving the updates to the content creators, the mod creators, that sometimes it was breaking the mods. And then, as the wonderful people can be, they were going and harassing the modders who had no control over this. I wonder why modders might not want to mod games for you if you're going to be an ungrateful asshole. Huh, maybe. So a lot of the there was one modder in particular that stopped making mods for Conan Exiles, and I don't know what to do about that because they were really important mods, like the stack size mod and like basic the chest mods to allow easy exchange and stuff like that, like basic quality of life stuff. So that kind of sucked a lot to think about that being gone, but yeah. So we'll see. I don't know. Maybe I'll start another server for that sometime. I don't know. We'll see. I haven't really decided. But then, like I said, I'm playing Veilguard, so it's like I'm maintenance mode on Fallout Forever because that's my main digs there, and just waiting in the sidelines for a new season to start, and then that's my daily thing, and then. With Andy and I, with WoW, this season is up now, and we want to finish off season rewards for that on the arena ladder, and then yeah, I mean, I don't know. So I don't really know that I have time to start a whole new map for Conan or a whole new map for Ark or anything like that. As much as I'd love to, juggling 3 games right now is kind of a big deal. It's because they're so vastly different. So I don't know. I don't know what to talk about. I gotta go. I gotta shut this off soon, though. I gotta go soon. It's gonna be dinner time soon. I don't know if this is a bad idea. I always feel super awkward. I always feel super awkward because I never know what to talk about. And then I never know, I don't know, anything, but who does, right? So, yeah, I need to update the background picture. That's my sunroom downstairs. And that's even an old picture because that's completely changed now. But that's the picture that I had on this computer. The laptop doesn't really have a lot. I've got to take my hard drive. I got to bring my external up here and bring up some stuff. I was gonna do a new picture up there. Maybe. Gosh, I don't have anything on here. That's a big fail. So, yeah. I don't know. I should probably wrap it up. I've been talking about a whole lot of nonsense for a whole long time. But I kind of feel like I want to be more consistent, even if I'm not, like, getting work done. Even if this isn't technically work. I kind of feel like it would be really nice to take myself seriously enough to where I carve out enough time that is just dedicated to something that makes me happy, even if it's not really work related, even if it's not really any big deal, if that makes sense. I know that sounds kind of weird, and that sounds kind of like narcissistic to think, oh, I'm gonna make some me time because it's about me, but it's not like that. It's more about I need to make sure that I'm not forgetting me, if that makes sense. I have a really bad habit of forgetting things that I like to do. Yeah, I haven't had a lot of creative time. Sometimes when it's I don't know. Sometimes there can be a lot to process, and so the creative stuff doesn't even. I'm not inspired, but I'm not inspired to do that. If that makes sense. You do deserve time to process. Everybody does. The time for themselves to process. It's important. You need to. But that feels almost like the processing and stuff feels more like survival mode to me. And it's been so necessary that there hasn't really been any inspiration to do anything besides that, which is unfortunate, which is not a good place to be. But I haven't been inspired in a really long time to do anything past just like, hey, I'm going to build something in Fallout, which is okay. Don't get me wrong. That's valid. Building stuff in Fallout, I think there's some people that do some really fantastic things, and it is art, 100%. Mine isn't like that. but it's enough and it's simple where it makes me happy and it's fine. And it's that outlet. But it's not the kind of creativity that I've been used to doing in the past, and I'm not really getting my hands dirty. And I really like to get my hands dirty and play with it too. And I haven't, it's difficult sometimes for me to feel like I don't have anything to show for it physically. And I like to be able to have something to show for it physically as well. I like the visceral experience of it, not just the, I'm at the computer screen doing this. They each have their places and stuff. So that's okay. I don't know. I could talk about you and how you got that award. I'm so proud of you. You should be proud of yourself as well. You shouldn't downplay that. That's a really big deal, I think. Don't meh me. Don't meh me. It's silly. You're very silly. It is a pleasure to know you. It's a pleasure to everyone watching, and it's a pleasure to know you as well. I don't know what to talk about. I'm a dumbass. I don't know what to talk about anymore. I'm sleepy now. I could take a nap, but it's dinner time. Yeah, I mean, yes. You are in deployment with a lot of people surrounding you. You all are doing good work. I understand you. You personally are the type of person that doesn't want to take any credit for anything that you do because you feel like that's just how you should be. I know. And I know that you're surrounded by awesome people on deployment. And I know that you also want them to be recognized. I get it. It's a very you thing. I understand. I completely understand. I get it. You wouldn't be you without having those thoughts. I knew you were going to say that before you said that. 100%. I knew that. So it's all right. It's okay for you to get recognition as well, too, because you share that energy with other people. And you're not someone that's going to just be like, nah. You know? So. I don't want to downplay that. Because it's important that you're recognized for it. Because you have to try to, like, realize that how big of a deal. You're kind of a big deal. I wish you would recognize that. So, that's all. You're kind of a big deal. Did you know that? Did you know you're kind of a big deal? You're not answering. Are you blushing too profusely? Or you're just shaking your head no at me too profusely? Are you embarrassed that I said you're a big deal? You know you're a big deal. Well, you don't know you're a big deal, but you are kind of a big deal. And by kind of, I mean very much a big deal. You're an incredible person. And you should take credit for that. So getting the award was actually justified. And I know that you would share it with everybody. You already do. In every little tiny thing that you do, in how you interact with everybody around you, you are sharing that with them, and you are recognizing them, and you're spreading it all out like that, which is the best. You ooze and exude all of that positivity and support to everyone around you, whether you know it or not. That's how you are. So in getting that reward, getting that honor, getting that, that recognition, you're just going to transfer it to everybody else anyway. I know you. Maybe I know you a little bit. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I kind of know you. Maybe. It's okay. You don't have to be embarrassed by it. But I think maybe even in their award, I think maybe they were not fully understanding the extent of how awesome you are. You're more awesome than they even give you credit for. So just keep that in mind. I'm only lucky. I am only so lucky to know some really incredible people. So That's all. That's all. I don't know what else to say. Did I say too much? I feel like I'm going to lose my voice. I've been talking today. There was some... Hoy. I'm tired. Go get some rest. It's dinner time. I'm going to go stuff my face. Am I? We just finished off... we just finished the season of The Witching Hour, which we didn't watch it when it first came out. We were gonna get a temporary subscription to, I think it was on AMC, but then they put it over onto on Netflix. So we didn't even have to get the temporary subscription. We just waited long enough and it came to Netflix, which was nice, I guess. And I don't want to say anything about the show negatively. If you've never read the books, the show's probably awesome and you'll like it. But I read all the books, and it's one of those books where I was like, it wasn't just a meh book to me. It was like I love this book because it switches and it takes place in New Orleans and it deals with paranormal, and that was just like so many boxes ticked for me, especially given it was New Orleans. I absolutely adored those books. The second one and the third one got even weirder, but because I'm a big Anne Rice fan, I was okay with that. I went with it. It was all right. It's different. It's okay to have your horizons broadened and be pushed past what you might find normal enjoyment. So it's always good to experience new things like that sometimes without being too far out of your comfort zone. So I like that. But if you... the show's not like the books. It's kind of like the books. It takes place in New Orleans, and that's about as far as it goes. I think my internet is like shitting on me right now, actually. That's so awesome. That is awesome. I love it. I think my internet is buffering, and that is perfect for streaming because I'm on Wi-Fi up here. So, and you know you're going to tell me to go get rest, but you know I'm like not going to go to sleep until it's after 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm just saying I could be tired, but like, you know, my brain is going to be like, no, it's not time. I am freezing every so often. I'm sorry. I don't have a internet line up here. I don't have a hard line. It's all Wi-Fi. But is it catching up when it freezes? Or is it just freezing and then you're just like fucked and you don't get any of it? That's garbled and trash. Fuck. You know about my sleeping habits. There's not enough time in the day to do everything that I want to do, which is everything. I don't have enough time in my life to do actually everything that I want to do. It's so, I will sleep so well when I die. It freezes and then unfreezes and you're on some other topic. I want to let you know I'm going to type this in chat so it's not missed. There you go. I'll type that because I want to make sure. Yeah, it says to me, is video buffering? Use the low latency toggle. Oh, it popped off. Under the advanced menu in settings to disable low latency mode. Ah, is that a thing that I can do? Let's see. Maybe that will help. I don't know about that. Oh, normal latency. They said normal latency, enable this setting if you do not interact with viewers in real time. That won't even let me save that setting. I don't know. I ticked it, but I see it still fucking buffering. Oh, it only about 5 minutes ago. Interesting. Okay. I see it says it's buffering. Fuck it. What the fuck, bro? I don't know what's up with the Wi-Fi. It's dumb. Let me see if I can refresh this. That's unfortunate, though, actually. It's telling me live and unstable. Jeez. That's super judgmental. It's telling me I'm live and unstable. I know, just poor network connection. I swapped the thing. It's telling me live, but I don't know. I think it may be just delayed now. It's going to be on a delay now. That's unfortunate. I gotta go soon anyway. I don't know. I don't know what to talk about. But I gotta go eat soon. And it says live, and I see buffering. Oh. All right. Maybe I should just be like, that was a success. And try and see if I can be consistent going forward, perhaps. Maybe. Maybe not. Probably not, because you know how I am about being consistent. I'm consistent about a few things, like being inconsistent. I'm consistently inconsistent. Maybe it's why I'm okay with games like Fallout. Because it's a hot fucking dumpster fire like me. And that's alright. I'll just embrace the chaos. I should call it... Yeah, we haven't played any games together in a long time. It's been a while, huh? I don't really play with a lot of people, though, for the record. Am I still buffering? It's probably like, hey, and it's freezing on probably like the worst times where I'm making like this goofy ass fucking face, and it's probably freezing on those things, and then I just look even worse than normal, which is it's fucking gay. I was just gonna say this fucking game, but it's not. It's just my internet. I could try, and I'm gonna have to run some updates because I haven't had the laptop on in a while. I'm gonna run some updates, and I'm gonna try and put on the spare Wi-Fi. We have two Wi-Fis here, and then maybe the other one, maybe it'll flip flop between them, and get the one that works the best. I don't know how much of that you missed, but for the record, don't ever take it personally. I don't really play a lot of games with anybody, and you were one of the ones that I actually did play with. So just for the record, don't take it personal. I play solo a lot. You're so silly. You can just... I think you've saved a lot. I think you've captured a lot, right? You have a lot of selfies, I think. No, you should consider yourself special. It's totally not personal if I don't play with people. I just says fucking live, unstable. What does that even mean, though? Because now it's not telling me live in the corner and buffering. So does it just mean it's just going and there's a delay? Is that what that means? Because it's just telling me unstable consistently now. Because so many personal attacks, Twitch. Jesus. Thanks a lot, bro. Now it says live and excellent. Well, thank you. I'm glad I made your approval of being live and excellent. You missed everyone. Oh, you did not. But no, But don't ever take it personally if we don't have a chance to hook up in game. I just don't really play with a lot of people. So it's not personal. I just need that time to process in my head sometimes and just smash shit. And it's okay. The real reason is sometimes I don't play with people is because I want to be able to listen to my music. And it's not personal. You're more than welcome to be like, hey, get in that Discord channel, get in your Discord chat so we can just have a conversation. You know, you're more than welcome to just tell me, hey, hop in and let's have a conversation. That's why you're in my Discord. We've been friends for many years now. So you're more than welcome to just tell me. It's like calling me on the phone. I don't mind if you call me on the phone. You should know that by now. After all these years. I feel like I could say something super dicey that would be very clippable and might be used against me. But I feel like if you're someone... I feel like if you're someone that's seen me naked, it's probably safe to say you can give me a phone call. I hope I didn't freeze and you heard that one. But now I know that probably that might be clipped. I hope that it's not, because I don't want that used against me. That's dicey. That's spicy. That's whole lots of a lot of. No, you don't need to forget the Discord channels. I haven't been active. It's my own Discord and I'm not even active in it at all. It's just because after my Discord got hacked and they deleted the other Discord, it just felt like, fuck. I don't want to have to... It should be fair. I feel like it was difficult to try and rebuild a whole channel, a whole Discord that I had for so many years. And I just, couldn't be fucked, basically. So I just, let that go. And so basically all I do is just post shit about Fallout that I want to have stuff for. And, just have my pings for if there's updates to the games that I'm playing. I feel like... Yeah, no, I know. I forget it exists too, because I don't even check it, and it's my Discord. But nobody uses it, so, you know what I mean? Like, the kids do their own thing, and Andy doesn't use Discord at all. He uses it to text me, and that's about it. And a couple times when we do get on with all the kids and we're all playing something together, even the older two, and we don't even use that Discord. We have a family Discord where it's just us and stuff. So the kids have all defaulted to using that one. So nobody uses that one. And plus, everybody that was on the old Discord didn't move to that Discord. You know what I mean? So it kind of died when it got deleted, which is fair. Sometimes things end, and you just move on and you pick up the pieces and make new memories. I guess there was a lot. It's actually probably really, as much as I hate to say this, but it's actually probably really good that got deleted. Because there's a lot of things in there that are best just forgotten. I know there's a lot of memories there. There was a lot of memories there for me. But those people, things change. And so maybe it was better for me overall because I have a bad memory that would just keep bringing stuff up to me. So... Oh my gosh, this creaky ass chair. I don't know what's worse. The creaky... I don't even know if that's something you can hear. Can you hear it creaking? It's awkward. I don't like it. But there's a delay, so I'll ask you a question and then I'll just wait. I'll just wait patiently. This is a mighty fucking exciting stream you've got there. You should just sit there and wait for a response in chat. But yeah, no, I mean, can you hear the chair creaking? Is that a thing? It's one of the pieces of furniture they left when they moved. They left this old chair. They left this old desk too. And I was like, that was good because I don't want to have to buy another desk for up here. So now I could actually set up a proper desk with, my laptop and a spare monitor. I have the laptop, but I actually have the monitor, and I have two webcams up. Actually, I have. It's on a delay now. Yeah, I swapped it over so there's a delay. There's a delay now so that it doesn't go with low latency mode. So that low latency mode isn't making it buffer. So I swapped it over. But yeah, I have the dual monitors here. So on the monitor I have an actual webcam. And then I have a webcam on my laptop over here. It's so reversed. And I hate looking at the reverse of the camera. It always fucks my head up. So I have a laptop over here. So if I look over here, that's where my laptop's at. But my screen is actually showing me what's on the laptop. And so I have the webcam that's looking at me. And then I have the webcam on the laptop that's not on right now. So I probably could see what I could install on Steam if I actually wanted to game. Oh, Steam needs to update. That's how long it's been since I turned on this laptop. Well, how about that? Getting dark at 5 p.m. Bro, way too early, huh? I miss New Zealand, in case you were wondering. I would move to New Zealand in a heartbeat. And I almost did quite some time ago. But I did not. Things went a different way. I know what you're talking about, though. So if your message is delayed, that's fine. Dark at 2 p.m. Oh no, thank you. I will pass. Bro, I don't even want to be out of bed before 2 p.m. some days. I'm still finishing my morning coffee at 2 p.m. I'm just kidding. They want to live in New Zealand. Yeah, fucking, I know. I want to live in New Zealand. But did they have a good visit while they were there? Did they have fun? I swear to God, like, just visiting there, even if you don't have fun, you just want to live there. It's like, that's the way that it is. You don't have a choice. You just feel like that's where you want to live. Dark until 10 a.m. Dark again at 2 p.m. Oh, that is awful. That is actually awful. It's not like I don't like the dark. Now, I don't have a problem with the dark, per se. But holy fuck. Speaking about seasons, seasonal depression, I never really thought about it before. Holy fuck, that's the real deal, bro. And it's like, I never really had to think about that because it's always like so hot and bright in Florida that it was like not a thing that you think about because you do not actually have seasons. You have hurricane season and then like not hurricane season, but it's not much time that's not hurricane season. The crappy regular owners, you spoil them. You spoil them. They are not just stuck with you. But I know they probably loved having different people to spoil them in addition to you two spoiling them. As they should. I actually thought about you. I saw a picture the other day with some dachshunds that had they had, the leash was hot dog leash. So it was all a bunch of hot dogs on the leashes. And I thought that was kind of funny. I thought of you. I'll have to try and, I'll have to dig it up for you and share. Since you know how much I love sharing. That's cool. I'm kidding. I don't like to share. You know me. It's okay. Either way, I'm kidding. I'm actually mostly just kidding. You should know that. Yeah, no. Okay. Oh. Gosh. I have to set up, like, stuff. Like, there's stuff that you can set up here. Like, emotes and reward stuff. I can't do some of this stuff because I don't have affiliate status. So I can't do that. Which is fine. I don't know how any of this works. I'm seeing now I got follows since I started streaming. I'm such a dumbass. I don't have any pop-ups. I don't have anything going on here, so I had no idea, and now I feel like shit. Because I didn't say, like, hey, thank you for following. I feel like a total asshole now. Wow. I am awesome. That's unfortunate that I did not see that until now. That is awesome. Wow. This is how I feel about being... This is what I mean by I feel like a dumbass being tech illiterate. So I didn't have pop-ups when someone said they were following. Yeah, I don't have any pop-ups. They're not popping up for me. So I'm not seeing them. So I had no idea. And now I feel like an asshole because I got a follow from a couple of the people, from Scotty and Eric and C, and they were following, and I have new followers, and I didn't see it. And I feel like shit because I very much would have liked to thank them for the follow and for sticking around. Okay. That's unfortunate. Now I feel like a shit. No, it's terrible. See these awkward moments. I am amazing. So I'm gonna actually go because I'm gonna have dinner now. So I need to find some food. That was a long stream for me. I know. It doesn't feel like it's worth anybody's time. Yeah, I know it's not my fault, but it doesn't matter. I still feel responsible for that. I don't know how to like do this. I don't know how to do any of this. This is all like I don't have. Like, I know people have overlays and they have stuff that pops up and all this technical stuff. And I was trying to look at it last night thinking about this. But I'm really illiterate with it. So I have to do a lot more research and stuff and figure that out. My brain just wasn't processing some of that. So I think that's going to be it for me, though. I got to head for dinner. And I appreciate everybody that came and hung out. I would love to do it again. Maybe. And not be so awkward. I know. I will be awkward. I'm always awkward. But maybe I'll know and say thank you and all of that stuff. So thank you. Thank you for coming by. And I'll see everybody later.